Welcome back to South Coast Radio, where we love spotlighting incredible local talent. And today we are chatting to one of Cape Town's very own Afrikaans pop singer and songwriter, Godfrey Williams. He's been making waves in the Afrikaans music scene, from heartfelt hits like Passe Belofte and Ye is the Storm to his award-winning song Trots Afrikaans. Now he's back with a brand new single titled Oor, a song that dives deep into emotion, honesty, and hope. Godfrey, welcome to South Coast Radio. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Ryan. It is my pleasure also to have the pleasure on the stage with not only you but also the listeners of South Coast Radio.
Awesome. So, Godfrey, before we talk about your new song, let's go back to where it all began. You started singing at just 11 years old and even joined your church choir. What first drew you to music and performing?
Can you say again?
Can-
What?
Okay, so I was saying, what first drew you to music and performing?
What inspired me?
What first drew you to music and performing back then when you started singing at 11 years old and joined your church choir?
Yes, to the listeners of South Coast Radio in line, what drew me was, as a kid in my house, my mom and the sisters, they were all into worship, into the church.
Uh-huh.
But also two of my cousins, they took on the stage when I'm referring to my cousin, meaning to say Neville Nash and Billy Paulson,
Okay.
they were on the stage at that time, and that is one of the main reasons what drew me to church
Uh-huh.
and school to act on the stage.
Wow. And so you've had you've had quite the journey from singing with backtracks in 2002 to taking vocal training with Liana's Vocal Studios and even winning Best Student of the Year in 2020. How has that training shaped you as an artist over the years?
Yes, Ryan, that the training with Liana marked the vocal studio. Without that, myself as the artist today would have never come to this platform, to this stage where I'm at even with South Coast Radio as an interview. If it
Okay.
was not for that formal training, I would have never made it this far.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about your latest release, which is called Oor. It's a beautiful and emotional song. Can you tell us what inspired it and what message you wanted to share through it?
Yeah, the song Oor, we listened to the music, but the lyrics
Yeah.
is what we all as identity, a single person, we are captured, we are trapped in that life. And when I'm referring to that life, we all go through bitter, through pain, through emotions, bad emotions, because that is how our society is today.
Yeah.
We captured with so many pain within ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes difficult to live a life where you are captured with, you're not happy, you're unhappy within yourself, pertaining to your circumstances that you're living with. But also, while you are living with that emotions, that pain, that soreness, there is a smile that is coming out. And the eyes,
Yeah.
The eye is the one that captures that smile
Yeah,
that's coming out
true.
your face as a person, despite, despite the circumstances that you're living in. And that is where the song Oor comes from. What the eye see and bring out is what people will never expect or imagine what you are dealing with. And the eye is the one that brings the beauty to light, to give you hope for another day, for a better tomorrow, and hopefully even for the future.
Okay, so you said the song is about what happens inside a person, like the hurt, the tears, but also the smile that hides the pain. That's such a relatable message. Was the song inspired by a personal experience or more of a reflection on what people go through in general?
Ryan, it is both.
Okay.
It is personal experience, but it is also in general. If we look at other people, and when you start talking to other people and you
Yeah.
hear the pain, and it has got a reflection on yourself and say, wow, I think my pain is big. But if you listen to other people, then you will realize that it's even worse
Yeah.
than what yours is. And this is where you bring across a message of hope.
Okay, so you also worked with Marty Boyson as co-writer and Winston Moses as producer. What was that creative process like in studio? Did the song come together easily or did it evolve over time?
The song came very easily.
Okay,
And why I'm saying it came very easily, Marty Boyson, she is a poet. And she gave me the poet of hers. And what I did was I took that lyrics, I took the wording, and immediately it jumped into a melody. And then I told her I'm going to cut and paste some of the words I'm going to take out, and then I'll do my own wording in to complete the song lyrically in structure. And once that was done, so we did that, and after that I went to Moses. And Moses, which is Winston I'm referring to,
yeah,
he has got his own recording studio and he's a very close friend of mine. He knows my identity. He knows exactly what I want. So I went to him and I said to Winston, listen here, this came from Marty, we completed, we co-write together. This is my melody and this is exactly how I want it.
yeah,
And as a result, because he knows me and I just need top quality,
yeah,
he gave me exactly what he wanted. Marty, unfortunately, she's in Free State. We flew her down to Cape Town
wow,
to do the intro where she speaks. We flew her in to do that part. She went back, and after that, it was just me and Winston in studio to complete her to the result where it is today, finding himself on South Coast Radio.
wow, that's a really awesome story behind the song. And one thing that stands out in your music is how real and heartfelt your lyrics are. What do you hope listeners feel when they hear Oor for the first time?
My hope for the listeners, and not even my hope, but my sincere for the listeners is take this song to heart. Take it for yourself, to yourself, in your circumstances, but also see the light not the heaviness in your personal capacity, but see the light, see the outcome of work, make it your own, and fly high pertaining to the inspiration lyrically and melody what Oor is giving, is bringing to you as a listener, but also on West Coast Radio.
Awesome. So, speaking of hope and light, so the song carries a message of hope, reminding people that even when life feels heavy, there's light and comfort. How important is it for you to create music that uplifts and encourages others?
It is very important for me, Ryan, and the reason why it is so important because no other place or there's seldom places where you can find comfort.
Yeah.
But in music, when you write music, when you produce music out to the public, surely, definitely, you are bringing hope to the listeners where there seem to be no hope. But musically, in what Godfrey is doing is, he really brings joy, hope, and comfort to the public.
Awesome stuff. So you've had quite a few highlights from your debut album, is the Antwoord, to your award-winning single Trots Afrikaans. How do you feel your sound or message as an artist has grown since those early projects?
I feel very inspired. I can say I'm honored, I'm proud being myself and knowing, Ryan, that whatever Godfrey is putting out there, it's not taking chances, but it's really doing it for the best, to the best of the ability to encourage and to motivate other people also to come to that level, but once again to feel comfort in what Godfrey is bringing to them. In the end of the day, it is not about me.
Yeah.
It's about what difference can I make into society,
Yeah.
and also in the music industry, also globally and internationally.
Really awesome stuff, Godfrey. And can we expect any upcoming projects, collaborations, or perhaps even another album on the horizon?
Yes, definitely, Ryan. Godfrey is busy with more recordings. I once learned that when you produce music to the public,
Yeah.
you are accountable to the public and to the music industry.
Yeah.
And this is Godfrey's passion, this is Godfrey's highlight. That all the time, the listeners, the public, they will receive new material from Godfrey over the years. And new projects, definitely, it's there. It's coming.
Okay, now for those who haven't heard it yet, where can our listeners find Oor and follow your journey online?
All the digital platforms, Spotify, Deezer, they can add it there. They can also go to my YouTube channel. They'll find my music there. My website, the webpage is there. Alternatively, they can go to my Facebook account, make contact with me, and I will share my music with them. But all the platforms, it is there. Instagram, it's just name it.
Awesome. And before we wrap up, what message would you like to leave with your fans and everyone who's listening right now?
All I can say and ask to my fans, people knowing, listening, support Godfrey, subscribe to his YouTube channel, wherever. But also, Godfrey would want the listeners to take courage, to be motivated, never give up on life, and be prosperous in whatever they as a listener are doing and looking for in life. Just excel in your life. but take courage in the music that Godfrey is producing and bringing out to you as a listener.
As that was the talented Godfrey Williams sharing the heart behind his brand new single called Or. It's available now on all digital platforms, so go give it a listen, add it to your playlist, and let those lyrics remind you that there's always hope beyond the struggle. So thank you once again, Godfrey, for also being with us. We really appreciate the time spent with you live on South Coast Radio, as well to the listeners. And so here we go, as we head out, is the song by Godfrey Williams called Ur. As you guys enjoy, and I will see you in a moment.
Best days are the best music for your ears. My one and only station.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.